Italy, a country full of passion, beauty, mystery, and some of the most surprising rules you will ever hear about. Italians are famous for being loud, expressive, stylish, and unbelievably proud of their culture. But behind all that charm, there is a hidden code, a set of powerful rules every true Italian follows. So if you have ever wondered what it really takes to live like a real Italian, you are about to discover it. Grab your cappuccino. But remember, only if it is breakfast time, because today we are revealing the 20 rules Italians almost never break. When you meet an Italian, something surprising might happen. Instead of just a handshake, you will most likely get cheek kisses. But relax, this is a friendly greeting, not a movie romance moment. Here is the secret most tourists don't know. It is never just one kiss. Usually two, sometimes even three. But the real rule is this: you must start on the right side. If you start on the left, you will instantly create an awkward moment. Yes, it sounds small, but in Italy this actually matters. Every region has its own tiny variations, but starting on the right is the safest move. And honestly, this small ritual is part of the famous Italian charm. Now, speaking of things Italians take seriously, let's talk about coffee. If you are thinking about ordering filter coffee in Italy, stop right there. In Italy, coffee is fast, strong, and powerful. It is called espresso, served in a tiny cup and usually finished in seconds. Ordering a big, slow coffee can make you stand out as a tourist instantly. And here is another surprising detail. If you ask for a latte in Italy, you might just get a glass of milk. Yes, really. That is why knowing the coffee culture instantly makes you look like you belong there. But coffee timing is even more important. One of the biggest unwritten Italian rules is that cappuccino is strictly a morning drink. If you order it after lunch or dinner, people might not say anything, but you will definitely get that classic Italian look. Instead, locals switch to espresso or a macchiato. It is a small detail, but it makes a huge difference. In Italy, when people raise their glasses for a toast, something important happens. You must look the other person directly in the eyes. No looking down, no distractions, no awkward glances. Eye contact during a toast is about respect, trust, and connection. And of course, the wine must be good. In Italy, that part is almost guaranteed. If you walk around Italy wearing white socks, you might accidentally commit a fashion disaster. Italians are famous worldwide for their style. Everything must look clean, sharp, and intentional. White socks simply don't match that image. Instead, darker colors like black, navy, or deep tones are the safe choice. It sounds simple, but in Italy people notice everything. Eating in Italy is not just eating. It is a full experience. There is a specific sequence that locals follow. First comes small appetizers to warm up the appetite. Then comes pasta or soup. After that comes the main dish, usually meat or fish. And finally comes dessert. Skipping the order or mixing things randomly is something Italians almost never do. Meals in Italy are about rhythm, patience, and enjoyment. Many people expect bread to come with butter or dips, but in Italy bread is simply bread, and that is enough. It stays on the table throughout the meal and is meant to complement the food naturally. No heavy dipping and no complicated additions. Just simple, fresh bread that balances the meal. One of the biggest myths people believe about Italian food is spaghetti with meatballs. This might surprise many people, but that combination is actually more famous in America than in Italy. In Italy, pasta is paired with traditional sauces like rich rag or classic tomato sauces. Meatballs usually appear as their own separate dish. Mixing them directly with spaghetti is not something you normally see in authentic Italian dining. Another thing that shocks many people is Alfredo sauce. In traditional Italian cuisine, the creamy Alfredo sauce famous in many restaurants abroad is not really part of everyday Italian culture. Instead, Italians love dishes like carbonara, which uses eggs, cheese, and pancetta without heavy cream. Simple ingredients with powerful flavor. That is the real Italian style. Cooking pasta in Italy also follows strict rules. First, the water must always be salted. Always. Second, pasta must be cooked al dente, meaning it still has a slight bite. Soft or mushy pasta is considered completely wrong. Getting pasta right in Italy is almost like passing a cultural test. Pizza is another thing Italians protect with pride. In Italy, pizza is simple but perfect. Tomato, mozzarella, basil, and fresh ingredients create the magic. Pineapple pizza or overloaded toppings are something Italians usually avoid. For them, real pizzas does not need complicated changes. Simplicity is what makes it great. Salad in Italy is also very different from what many people expect. Italian salads are clean, fresh, and minimal. Usually just greens, tomatoes, olive oil, and a little vinegar. No heavy dressings and no overloaded bowls. It is light, fresh, and natural. Another small but important habit is washing hands before eating. Clean hands before food is taken very seriously. It is part of respect for the meal and the people you are eating with. Simple rule, no exceptions. There is also a surprising cultural belief many Italians follow. Walking around with wet hair is something people often avoid. Many believe wet hair can make you sick. So going outside with wet hair might bring a few concerned looks. Another thing Italians often pay attention to is drafts. Open windows, strong air conditioning, or cold air during meals can make people uncomfortable. Many believe drafts can affect digestion or health, so seating positions sometimes become very important. Many Italians also grow up hearing that swimming right after eating is not a good idea. After a big meal, you should wait before going into the water, often around 2 hours. Older generations especially believe this rule strongly. After a big meal in Italy, something special usually happens. People often enjoy a digestivo, a small drink that helps finish the meal. Drinks like limoncello or grappa are common choices. It is both a tradition and a relaxing social moment after eating. Temperature after meals also matters in Italian culture. Many people believe staying warm after eating helps digestion. Going straight into cold air is something many prefer to avoid. So you will often see people putting on jackets or staying somewhere warm. Food combinations are also important. In traditional Italian dining, meat and fish usually stay separate. Mixing them together is uncommon, and many people prefer to keep those flavors apart. But above everything else, the most important rule in Italy is family. Family is the heart of Italian life. Sunday dinners, celebrations, and gatherings all revolve around family. Being invited to an Italian family meal is considered a big honor. It means you are welcomed into something special. It is not just about the food. It is about connection, tradition, love, and sharing time together. And that is the real secret behind the Italian way of living. Passion, tradition, food, and family all connected together. Now you know the 20 powerful rules Italians almost never break. And honestly, understanding these small details can completely change how you see Italy. If you enjoyed discovering these traditions, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. More fascinating stories and surprising cultural secrets are coming very soon. Italy may look relaxed, stylish, and full of beautiful streets and amazing food, but the truth is, there are still many hidden rules most people outside the country have never heard about. And if you thought the first 20 rules were surprising, what you are about to hear next might shock you even more. Because these are the habits, traditions, and cultural secrets that Italians grow up with. Things they almost never break, even without thinking. One thing you will quickly notice in Italy is that meals are never rushed. Italians believe food is not just about eating, it is about enjoying the moment. Sitting together, talking, laughing, and slowly finishing each course is part of the experience. If someone eats too quickly, it often feels strange to locals. In Italy, food deserves time and attention. Another thing that surprises many visitors is how seriously Italians protect their traditional recipes. Changing a classic dish too much can cause real debates. For example, Many Italians strongly believe certain ingredients must stay exactly the way they have always been. It is not about being strict, it is about respecting history and tradition. And then there is the rule about cheese. This one shocks many tourists. In Italy, adding cheese to seafood pasta is something most locals avoid. If you sprinkle Parmesan over a seafood dish, you might get a surprised look from someone nearby. Italians believe cheese can overpower the delicate flavor of seafood, so they prefer to keep it separate. Bread has another secret role in Italian meals that many people don't notice. At the end of a pasta dish, Italians sometimes use a small piece of bread to collect the remaining sauce on the plate. This tradition even has a name in Italian culture. It shows appreciation for the food and makes sure nothing delicious is wasted. Another cultural habit you will notice is how much Italians value presentation. Whether it is clothing, food, or even the way a cafe table looks, appearance matters. Italians often say that beauty is part of daily life, not just something special for big events. That is why even simple things can look elegant. Public behavior is also something Italians pay attention to. Loud phone calls in quiet restaurants or public spaces are often seen as disrespectful. Even though Italians are known for being expressive, they still respect the atmosphere around them, especially when people are enjoying food or conversation. Something else many visitors notice quickly is how important local pride is in Italy. Each region, city, and even small town believes their food, traditions, and recipes are the best. This friendly rivalry is part of what makes Italian culture so rich and diverse. What is normal in one region might be completely different in another. Coffee culture has another interesting rule many people miss. In Italy, people usually drink coffee while standing at the bar instead of sitting for a long time. It is quick, social, and part of everyday life. You walk in, order an espresso, drink it in seconds, and continue your day. It is a simple routine, but it feels very Italian. Another habit that surprises people is how Italians often avoid taking food to go. Meals are meant to be enjoyed where they are served. Sitting down, tasting the food fresh, and experiencing the moment is more important than rushing away with it. You will also notice that Italians care deeply about freshness. Markets, bakeries, and local shops are often preferred over large supermarkets. Many people like buying ingredients daily instead of storing food for long periods. Fresh food is considered the heart of good cooking, and when it comes to talking about food, Italians can be incredibly passionate. A simple conversation about pasta or pizza can turn into a long debate about which version is the best. But this passion is not negative. It is part of the love Italians have for their culture. Another interesting tradition is evening walks, known as a relaxed social habit many locals enjoy. After dinner, people often go outside, walk through the streets, talk with friends, and enjoy the night atmosphere. It is not about exercise. It is about connection and relaxing after the day. You may also notice that Italians value confidence and personal style. Looking good is not about expensive clothes. It is about wearing things properly and with confidence. Even simple outfits can look impressive when worn with the right attitude. There is also a strong sense of community in many Italian neighborhoods. People know their local cafe owner, bakery staff, and nearby shopkeepers. Daily life often includes friendly greetings and small conversations with people in the area. It creates a feeling of connection that visitors often find charming. Another rule that quietly exists in Italian culture is respecting historical places. Italy is full of ancient buildings, monuments, and art. Many locals feel proud of this history and treat these places with care and appreciation. And of course, just like in the first part, family remains one of the most important things in daily life. Even busy schedules usually include time for family meals, celebrations, and gatherings. This strong connection is something that continues across generations. When you look closely, you realize these habits are not just random rules. They are part of a lifestyle built on tradition, respect, quality, and enjoying life at a slower, more meaningful pace. That is what truly makes Italy unique. And honestly, the more you learn about these cultural secrets, the more fascinating the country becomes. These were even more unwritten rules and habits Italians follow in everyday life. And if you thought these were interesting, there are still many more surprising traditions people rarely talk about.